Hello students. So students, in the previous class in this chapter, that is heat, we were talking about that of the thermometer. You see students, we have already discussed about the thermometer and we have seen that thermometer is what which is used to measure the temperature of an object of a body. So if we talk about that of the laboratory thermometer students, so we have seen in case of a laboratory thermometer that we should keep it vertically. We should not take it out until and unless we will check the exact temperature of an object. Also, with that of the laboratory thermometer, we should be really very careful that it should not hit any hard surface because it is made up of a glass tube. Then we started to understand that of the clinical thermometer. What is a clinical thermometer, students? So clinical thermometer is also a thermometer which is made up of a glass tube. Here, the one end of that of the glass tube is sealed, is packed, and the other end is consisting of the glass bulb. Now the glass bulb is basically in between to that of at the end of it. It consisting of a mercury in it. So what happened when it touched to the mercury? It expands and it starts moving in the above direction. It starts rising up. In the clinical thermometer, you will find that there is a kink which make it differ from that of the laboratory thermometer. And the role of the kink in that of the clinical thermometer that it helps in preventing the backflow of that of the mercury when we take out the thermometer from the body of a person. So, we can say here that the clinical thermometer is here to measure the body temperature. Now, doctors, they use the clinical thermometer, students, and with the help of a clinical thermometer, we can find the temperature and what is the range in that of the thermometer, student, clinical thermometer, that is 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. So we are able to check the temperature of a person between 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius of a person. Clinical thermometer is not compulsory that it should be in the stand position. It should not be in a vertical one because we do not need that the mercury can come back because of the presence of the kink is there. Then we have seen that basically it is, if you look at the clinical thermometer, it is having the two properties, student. The first one, having the short range of a temperature that is from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. And also the presence of the kink is there which help in preventing the backflow of the mercury level and falling on its own as we have seen in case of the laboratory thermometer. So, we will try to understand the clinical thermometer. So let us see that how with the help of the clinical thermometer we are able to measure the temperature of a person. So what are the things, what are the steps that we should do in order to measure the temperature, student? So the first step is wash off the thermometer properly. If soap is not there, if you are not able to wash it with soap, at least you should wash it with that of the antiseptic solution. And if it is not there, then you can use the clean water to clean it. So first of all, we will wash that of the thermometer. Second thing, student, that is, let me write it that how to use it. Wash the thermometer. Wash the thermometer with an antiseptic solution or with a clean water. Second thing, students, we will hold that of the thermometer properly and give it few jerk. Okay, this kind of a jerk we have to give to that of the thermometer in order that the mercury which was present at the upper level will come to the down. Okay, so by jerking we will make the mercury to come down so that we can fresh start to measure the temperature of a person. So thermometer, hold the thermometer and give it few jerk so that the mercury thread in the thermometer tube falls below it. Okay, so hold the thermometer and give some jerk so that the mercury which was at the upper reading that will comes to the below reading. Now what we will take, student, we will use the put the bulb of that of the thermometer under the tongue so that the temperature can be measured easily of a person. So third one is put the thermometer under the tongue of the patient. Under the tongue of the patient. And wait for few minutes. So we should hold it properly and keep it under the tongue of the patient, and we will wait it for few minutes. While holding, we should always keep it in the horizontal position, and slightly we can move the thermometer so that we can get the marking area and we can see that where the mercury is moving. Is it moving in or not, to students? Okay. After that, what we will do, student, we will read the temperature of the person, and this is how we are able to get the temperature, body temperature of a person. Now, take out the and check, take out the thermometer and check the temperature of a person and check out the temperature of a person. So this is the way, student, by which a person is able to take the temperature of a person who is whose temperature is high, or with the help of which we can check the temperature, measure the temperature of a person, student. Okay. Now moving on, and we will see that what are the different precautions that we should take while dealing with that of the clinical thermometer. So we have seen that what are the precautions that we should take in order to work with that of the laboratory thermometer. Now let us find out that what are the precautions that we should take in order to work with that of clinical thermometer. Precautions. Okay, so the first precaution that we should take here clinical thermometer, that before using it, it should be washed properly. Okay, so the clinical thermometer, because why we are actually checking the body temperature, so we are keeping it in the mouth of a person. So we should use an antiseptic solution before keeping that in the mouth, under the tongue, or even after taking the temperature also, we should wash the clinical thermometer. So the clinical thermometer should be washed before and after use. Before and after use, if possible, then with an antiseptic solution. With an antiseptic solution. This is the first precaution that we should take while dealing with that of the clinical thermometer. The second one, students, that while using the clinical thermometer, we should always check that whether it is present at the below degree of the thermometer or not. Means it should be present at 35 degrees Celsius, which is the which is the first degree Celsius of that of the clinical thermometer. Okay, so before using the clinical thermometer, we should ensure that the mercury level in its tube is below 35 degrees Celsius mark. It should be below 35 degrees Celsius below mark. Okay, so the second one is that while using it, we should ensure that the mercury level should be below to that of the 35 degree Celsius. Third one, student, read the thermometer by keeping it along the level of our eyesight. Again, like we have seen in case of laboratory thermometer, that we should keep it along the line line of our eyesight. The same thing we will do with that of the clinical thermometer, that while reading it, we should keep the level of the mercury along the level of our eyesight. So the third one is, that is, read the clinical thermometer by keeping the level of mercury along the line of along the line of sight. The fourth precaution that we should take care of, students, that while reading we should never touch that of the glass bulb. While taking the temperature, we should never touch the glass bulb. So, the clinical thermometer should never be held by the bulb while reading it. We should not hold it through that of the bulb while reading it, otherwise what will happen? The bulb can break down. Then the fifth one is again the same thing that we have seen in case of the laboratory thermometer, that handle with care. We should take care, we should handle that of the clinical thermometer with very carefully. Handle the clinical thermometer with care. Because if it will hit any hard object, then what will happen? It will break. So these are some of the precautions that we should take care while dealing with that of the clinical thermometer, students. So these are the precautions. Now when you look at that of the clinical thermometer, what you will find, students, that in between to 2 degrees, means 37 and 38 degrees suppose, you will find that it is marked, the difference is marked properly, and that will represent the difference, the difference is of 1 degree. But what you will find that in between the 1 degree, in between to that of the 37 to 38 degree, there are 10 small division are there. It means every division is actually telling the 1/10th temperature of the person. It means it helps in telling the not 1 degree but 0.1 degree Celsius of a person. So by this we came to know that the clinical thermometer help in giving the very accurate temperature of a person. Let me write it, then you will be able to understand this concept. So, we can write it here, that is, the temperature difference indicated by the two big marks, big marks is 1 degree. Like if suppose we will say between that of the 37 degrees Celsius to and 38 degrees Celsius. What is the difference between these two? That is of a 1 degree. But what we will find here, that there are 10 small divisions. 10 small divisions between the 1 degree temperature. between the 1 degree temperature. It means in between to that of the 38 and 37 there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, so if suppose this much difference is there, so these are the 10 small division. It means this is actually telling what? Means out of this one, if we talk about the first one, this is what? This is the 10 division. The difference between these two is of 1 degree. So this one, the first one of this division, it will be 1 by 10. Okay, 1 by 10th. It means it is equals to 0.1 degree Celsius. So actually this is telling what? This is telling 37.1 degree Celsius, students. So by this you came to know that actually it is giving very accurate measurement. Okay, even if it is including the decimal, so absolutely that will giving the very accurate measurement, accurate temperature of a person, students. Okay, represents the 1 degree temperature. So the one small division of the temperature will represent 1 by 10th. That will represent the 1 by 10th degree Celsius temperature. 1 by 10 degree Celsius temperature, which is equals to 0.1 degree Celsius. Okay, so I hope you have understood that how the clinical thermometer help in provide very accurate measurement of a temperature. Now the clinical thermometer also basically there are two temperatures are there on the clinical thermometer. One is degree Celsius and other one is the Fahrenheit, which is represented by degree Fahrenheit, students. So we can write it that a clinical thermometer has usually two temperature. Has usually two temperature, that is, which is temperature scale marked on the glass tubes. Marked on the glass tube, and that is on the both sides of the mercury thread, and that is Celsius scale and Fahrenheit. Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale. Both of the scales are there on that of the thermometer. Now, if we talk about the Fahrenheit, so the Fahrenheit scale is, the Fahrenheit scale range is in between to that of a 94 degree Fahrenheit to 108. So we have seen in case of a laboratory thermometers from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Then we came to the clinical thermometer where we have find the 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius the range of the temperature. In case of a Fahrenheit, we will find that the range of temperature is from 94 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. So we can write it here, that is the Fahrenheit, the scale of the temperature, the Fahrenheit scale of the temperature ranges between 94 degree Fahrenheit, from 94 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. This is what? This is the range of the temperature of a Fahrenheit scale. And the normal temperature of a human body on a Fahrenheit scale is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. The normal temperature of a person, or we can say of a human body, on a scale is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. That is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit, students. Now, if we talk about the Fahrenheit scale, so it was used earlier, but India has adopted to measure the temperature of a human body in degrees Celsius. So these days we can say that it is the degree Celsius which is used to measure the temperature of a human body rather than using the Fahrenheit scale. Now if we talk about the normal temperature, students, so we said that the normal temperature of a human body in a clinical thermometer in degrees Celsius is 37 degrees Celsius. So when we say 37 degrees Celsius, it does not mean that the person must have exactly 37 degrees Celsius. It can be slightly lower or slightly higher. That is okay, not more than that. Okay, so it is not that it's a kind of a accurate measurement that we should get, but it is the average temperature of a human body that at least it must be up to near to that of the 37 degrees Celsius. Then we can say that the person is actually normal, the temperature is normal. Now what happens when we take this clinical thermometer inside our tongue, then it starts raising. So how do it work, students? We know that mercury is very sensitive to heat. So when we keep this clinical thermometer under the tongue, our mouth which consisting of a heat, our body which consisting of a heat, this heat will be received by that of the bulb, a glass bulb in which the mercury is present, okay, where the mercury is placed. Now this bulb will receive the heat from the body and mercury will also receive the heat. Now after receiving the heat, you know that the mercury will expand and thus it will rises up. Now it totally depends upon the person's body. If the person's body means having fever, if a person is having fever, then what happens? When we keep the thermometer under the tongue, it will receive more heat because that time the temperature will be higher. So it will receive more heat, and due to which the mercury will expand a lot and start rising very fast at the in that of the thermometer. So this is how we can say that the person is having high temperature or person is suffering from fever. But we should not measure the clinical thermometer for a very the temperature of very hot object, because what happens, the range is very small, students. So if suppose we will take the clinical thermometer and dip in that of the hot milk, so what will happen? It will expand and rise up, and if there is no space, as the mark range is very less, so the glass will break. So we should be very careful while keeping it even near to the fire or under the sunlight. That will going to destroy the clinical thermometer, students. Okay.